Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You know how it goes with budget laptops, you think you're getting a steal until you realize the screen looks washed out, the processor wheezes under normal use, and the whole thing feels like it's held together with hope and a prayer. Well, I ran into this Acer Aspire premium laptop that flips that script completely. It's packing 64 gigs of RAM, a terabyte of SSD space, and an 8-core Ryzen 7 processor that actually keeps up with real work instead of melting into a puddle of thermal paste. The link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First thing that hit me when I opened it up was the display. Most laptops in this price range skimp on the screen, but this one has a 15.6-inch FHD panel that actually shows colors instead of a sad, grayish tint. I was editing photos the other day and the colors looked almost identical to what I see on my calibrated monitor. If you're doing anything visual through design, video, even just binge-watching movies, this screen won't make you squint after 20 minutes. The 1920 by 1080 resolution is crisp and clear, and I've found myself getting lost in the details of my favorite shows and movies. Plus, the viewing angles are great, so whether you're working with a team or watching with friends, everyone gets a great view. But what really gets me excited is the performance. The Ryzen 7 5700U is the real star of the show. I ran a dozen Chrome tabs, a couple of virtual machines, and a full Adobe Suite export all at once, and the fan barely spun up. No stuttering, no beach ball moments, just smooth sailing. That 64 gigabytes of RAM is overkill for most people, but if you're juggling large datasets, running VMs, or doing heavy multitasking, you'll appreciate not having to close tabs every 5 minutes. I've had situations where I've had to work on multiple projects at once, and this laptop has handled it with ease. The 1 terabyte SSD is also a nice touch, plenty of room for projects, games, and media without constantly shuffling files to an external drive. Connectivity is where this machine quietly impresses. It's got Wi-Fi 6, which means stable, fast connections even when your phone and tablet are all fighting for bandwidth. There's also a dedicated Ethernet port if you want rock-solid wired speeds for downloads or streaming. I tested a 50 gigabytes file transfer over Wi-Fi 6 and it finished in under 2 minutes, no hiccups, no drops. The webcam is surprisingly decent too. It's not a 4K studio cam, but in good lighting, it's sharp enough for Zoom calls without looking like you're broadcasting from a potato. I've had meetings where I've had to present to a team, and the webcam has performed flawlessly. One thing I didn't expect was how quiet it stays under load. Most laptops in this range sound like a hairdryer when you push them, but the Aspire's cooling system keeps the noise down while still pulling heat away efficiently. I've used it on my lap for hours without feeling like I'm sitting next to a jet engine. The keyboard is also comfortable for long typing sessions, good key travel and backlighting that doesn't feel like an afterthought. The keys are spaced just right, and the backlighting is subtle but effective. I've written thousands of words on this laptop, and my hands haven't complained once. Now, it's not perfect. The build is solid plastic, so it doesn't have the premium feel of a MacBook or a Dell XPS. If you're rough with your gear, you might want a sleeve or a case. The edges are a bit sharp, and the lid could be a bit sturdier, but overall, it's a solid build that should withstand normal use. Also, the battery life is decent but not stellar, expect around 6 to 7 hours of mixed use. That's fine for most people, but if you're constantly on the go without a charger, you might need to plan ahead. I've taken it to coffee shops and worked for hours without needing to recharge, but if you're a heavy user, you might want to keep an eye on the battery level. Another thing that's worth mentioning is the WOWPC system recovery USB that comes with the laptop. It's a nice touch, and it gives you peace of mind knowing that you can easily restore your system if something goes wrong. I've had to use it once, and it worked like a charm. The laptop was back up and running in no time, and I didn't lose any of my important files. Overall, this laptop punches well above its weight. It's not flashy, but it delivers where it matters: speed, screen quality, and reliability. If you're tired of cheap laptops that cut corners in the wrong places, this one's worth a serious look. It's a workhorse that will get the job done, whether you're a student, a freelancer, or just someone who wants a reliable laptop for everyday use. The link is below if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.